Greetings, comrades! This is NVMe Caleb back with Shmup Saturdays. And I decided to pick a random shmup this time around, and I decided to go over a game I haven't played in a while. It's called Eschatos. Pretty weird name, but hey, it's a Japanese shmup, what do you expect? And this is actually a pretty old game. This actually came out way back in 2011. It originally came out in the Xbox 360 in Japan, and even though it was only released in Japan, it was a region-free release, so you could play it on any Xbox. It's not region locked. But it came out on Steam back in 2015, like 4 years later. And it's published by Dejika. It's well known for like porting like other shoot-em-ups and stuff like that, and other Japanese games, especially to Steam. And this actually recently came out for the Switch, which is pretty cool. Well, it came out in 2021 Switch in Japan, and a year later they had a worldwide release on Switch and PlayStation 4, which I was not aware. And it's nice that some of these games I've been playing the last few years are also on other platforms. But I'm really honest with you, this game isn't super special, but you know, it's a fun game to sink a little time in. What's interesting, you have two different weapons. You have a front shot, which goes to the entire screen. You also have a shorter range wide shot, which goes like a short distance in front of you, which is nice for taking out multiple enemies, but a little riskier because you gotta get up close and personal. It's not like other shoot 'em ups where like special goes everywhere, but here's a short range, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, the music's decent. I've heard far better music in shoot 'em ups, but I've also heard far worse. You know, this game released like in the early 2010s, so what do you expect? So anyway, I've actually played this a few times. I don't recall ever beating it. We're gonna go with normal, just so you can see me get, blown up a bunch of times, which, you know, that's what you expect from these kind of videos. I need to get reactivated with controls here. Okay, A's the wide shot. You can see it's much shorter range, but it is saying you're taking out multiple targets. You know, the graphics, even for a shoot 'em up, the graphics aren't that special, but they get the job done. Okay, X is the straight shot. And, I don't think there are any power-ups, but you do occasionally get bombs. It's not like a traditional bomb. You like just press B and then drop the bomb. You actually have to collect the bomb and then it'll go automatically. Whatever, gonna bet you have a shield. You can only cover the front. You have to absorb enemy shots. If you keep using it, it'll deteriorate. You're gonna let it charge. Right, there's a counter on the bottom left there. You know how much shield you have. Additional dinner plate UFOs. See, shield protection from bullets, not from enemy collisions. Oh, good. I'm gonna die a lot. I'm looking forward to see what other shoot 'em ups there are on Switch. We'll love to get a few more games on my Switch library. But I see that enemy, I keep thinking it's going to shoot a giant laser, but no, it's just like a... can't can't just keep using the shield. It deteriorates over time. Sometimes changing perspectives can be a little disorienting at times. We're attacking a giant mothership. It's been a good minute since I played this game, so naturally my skills are gonna be a little rusty. At this point, it comes to they already rushed when I started. Now it's just like hardly any metal left. That's all shit I am with this game today. It's gonna sound. It has this Xbox Live Arcade feel to it. Like, this actually isn't a game you expect to have a full-fledged release on 360, much less on Steam or Switch, but. There's one thing I forgot to mention. This game actually includes, as you can say, a predecessor to sorts, known as a Judgement Silversword, which actually is a show that actually came out in the Wonder Swan. Y'all remember that? I know, it was like an old handheld system from like the late 90s, early 2000s. Really stuck with the straight shot. The wide shot definitely has its uses, but on the shorter range, so it makes it a pretty risky weapon. Yeah, the enemy design's a little basic and kind of weird of sorts. They cliche UFOs and it's like I don't even know what these things are supposed to be like. They're supposed to be like alien ships, obviously, but. They look like an alien ship I've ever seen. I believe. I'm not too well versed in this game, so I don't know if the shield gives you like a score multiplier or anything like that, or if it's just a defense mechanic to keep you from dying. Which obviously, not helping me much because I'm not paying attention. Because, like I had the reaction time and attention span of a bagel. Apparently I'm shooting at an Aztec temple now. Yeah, this game's pretty weird. To be fair, it's been a while since I've played it, so I'm not super well versed on it. Oh, it's grazing mechanics, but one of that. At least those little laser things. Okay. I'm starting to suck really bad at this. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to show off the other things that came along with it. Judgement Silversword. And there's like a sequel to that called Cardinal Sins. So, I'm definitely going to show off Judgement Silversword. So, yeah, this is going to be a 2-for-1 Shmup Saturdays video. So yeah, you can see 2 games for the length of 1. So give me a minute. Alright, comrades, now here's the extra part of this video. I'm going to be honest, I actually like this more than Eschatos, because this is the, I honestly don't remember if this was actually included with the purchase of Eschatos, but yeah, these are on Steam as well. Judgement Silversword Resurrection, which actually includes the original Judgement Silversword and Cardinal Sins, which you might as well show it off. The mechanics are kind of similar, but I think it makes it a little better here. You have quite a few different weapons at your disposal. We're going to do easy. So yeah, there's spread shot, which actually covers the entire screen. Like a straight shot. And you got your shield. Actually, more weapons. No, you have the same weapons, but the wide shot's actually pretty useful here. Whereas an Eschatos is pretty much a short distance. You can barely see the counter here, but remember, this is at least in the Wonder Swan, so it's like a portable game console. Those are like a dime a dozen back in the day. And no, I'm not talking about the Tiger Electronic handhelds. Everyone wanted a slice of the Game Boy pie. And Wonder Swan came close, but just couldn't cut it. That said, it did have some pretty cool games, and this is one of them. So it's pretty interesting to have this on Steam. I'm not sure if it's on I'm actually not sure if it's on Switch. Give me a minute. Okay, I just checked. Yeah, it's just on Steam. It's not on the Switch, I'm afraid. Which is kind of a shame, because this would actually be a nice fit for it. I mean, Eschatos is on Switch, why not? Judgement Silversword. Yeah, the straight shot's obviously going to be more powerful. Here comes the Judge Bitsurugi. Oh yeah, I'm not paying attention. Okay. Yeah, both this and Eschatos are pretty interesting shooters. You have 2 different shots in a variable world, no power-ups. Which is a bit of a bummer, but you know, I can live with that. Means when you die, you'll be just as powerful as you were before. Yeah, straight shot more powerful, but concentrated in one area. Wide shot covers a wider area, but not as powerful. And of course, you can't forget about the shield, which I always forget because I'm a dumbass. Yep. Yeah, you can already tell I suck at these games, but that doesn't stop me from playing them. Sometimes I just want to unwind with a nice little shoot 'em up, and Shmup Saturdays are the perfect way for me to do it. We're getting to bullet hell territory now. Keep in mind, this was released on a portable console. So it had this shoot 'em up action on a portable console back in the day. Definitely a cool idea. It's a bit obscure. Not a lot of people know about this game. A lot of shmup purists know about it though. You know, it's definitely out there with the likes of Raiden and any cave shooter. Man, why I still wouldn't kill for a Radiant Silver Gun. From the Steam. Ikaruga is on it, why not Radiant Silver Gun? if that comes on Steam, you better believe I'm gonna buy it. For those who don't know, Radiant Silver Gun is like a shooter that came out way back in the Sega Saturn days, and it was a cult classic. It was released on Xbox Live Arcade, but never got a Steam release, which is kind of a bummer. I would love to see it on Steam one of these days. I'll tell you another game I want to see on Steam, Battle Garega. Like, it's on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. It's probably not on Steam. Maybe one day, we'll see. I mean, if Batsugun can come on Steam, I have hopes. Magnificence. Yeah, funny thing, even though Eschatos is a newer game, like, I think the game inspired Judgement Silversword here. I think this is a better game. But they are made by the same developer, Qute. Q-U-T-E, Qute. So yeah, that's Judgement Silversword. Might as well show off Cardinal Sins, which is kinda sorta Judgement Silversword, but has like a marathon mode where you gotta keep playing until you get the highest score possible or something. You get different backgrounds too. Yeah, mainly want to show this game and Eschatos because of how unique it is. Like, you have two separate weapons. You have your straight shot and a wider shot by default. And of course, you have a shield that only covers the front of your ship, not your entire ship. So you got to use it strategically and be careful. It's protecting your front, but it's not protecting your side. So you get hit in the side, you're done. So it takes some getting used to. Once you get the hang of the mechanics, it could be a pretty fun game. But I definitely enjoy Judgement Silversword more than Eschatos. But you know, if you're a shmup, casual shmup fan, definitely check them both out. They're pretty fun. So anyway, this is I'm Gaming Caleb signing out. Have a good day.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.